What is up, my Taurus friends? Thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to talk about your full moon energy. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa, and I do zodiac tarot readings based on new moon energy and full moon energy. The new moon being the beginning of the cycle and what needs to be worked on, and the full moon being the peak of the cycle. So anything that you worked on under the new moon energy will be either manifesting during the full moon, or you will also be seeing things that need to be released in order to start the next new moon in a very favorable position. So let's get started. What does Taurus need to know about the full moon energy? What does Taurus need to know? What does Taurus need to know? All right, 3 cards. Oh yes, the Ace of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Okay, I have to say the Justice card's been coming out a lot lately for obvious reasons, I believe. We stopped seeing the Tower card, which was happening a lot during the beginning stages of the whole, virus situation. I don't want to get censored by YouTube or, like suppressed. But now the Justice card is coming out a lot. And I feel like a lot of the large scale issues that are going on are really kind of helping people look at themselves and how, how they can be of service, or to what are they doing that's maybe not helping the situation, and how can they change that. There have been a lot of tarot spreads out there. If you are a reader or you're interested in reading or whatever, there are a lot of readers creating spreads to address, what can I do as a person with privilege to help the situation. So, like, if that's your thing, definitely look it up. But for Taurus, we have the Ace of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Justice. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is, overflowing emotional abundance. This is possibly an offer of something that makes you feel very fulfilled emotionally, or, it's definitely an offer of love or, positive emotion, if that's too strong a word for you. I'm trying to figure out what this means. I just noticed that. I've had this deck for years. Do you see the lines on those fingers? I know it's not going to focus very well on that, but yeah, it's not going to focus on it. You can see them. You see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure, I'm really drawn to that, and I don't know what it means. So, but yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I've never noticed that before, but what I'm getting is somebody's working really hard to make you happy. It's, I'm kind of seeing like rough working hands, if that makes sense. Rough working hands trying to offer you something to please you. It's an offering. It's very cute. It's very cute. It feels like there's humbleness to it. There's a humble farm worker, with, bleeding hands, tore up hands, that, somebody who works really, really hard and has a humble offering to give you. And it's just really cute, shy kind of, energy. Do you want it? Kind of like that. It feels like that. It's very cute energy though. So I guess that's why it was showing that. But anyways, 3 of Pentacles is planning. Okay, so we have Ace and then 3 and then Justice. Kind of they are in chronological order. It's not a sequence of numbers, but I see some steps toward progression. Okay, so we have the Ace being a 1, an offering. All right. And then we are kind of forwarded to step 3, which is planning. I feel like there's some planning that is either already taking place that leads to something fair for you, something that is balanced and fair for you. But I do feel like there is a planning, possibly helping with a plan. But whatever this offering is leads to a plan. And then the plan leads to something fairness, or it could be a plan about how to make things more fair, which makes sense given the current state of things. So, but I do feel like there is a progression toward justice. There is a progression toward fair and balanced unity. Okay. You know, like I said earlier in the video, it's coming up a lot, and I feel like it's not necessarily reflecting the global issues that we're having, but it's coming up for people to see more within themselves. A very good time for shadow work. I did say that in the Aries video as well. So definitely a time to start reflecting on what fairness looks like to you and how you can be more fair. And hopefully that gets kind of pushed forward, right? Okay, do we have any advice for Taurus? Any advice for Taurus, please? I don't have much, but this is for you. But I was thinking of you. That's okay. That's referring to the Ace of Cups. Okay. I don't have much, but I was thinking of you. That kind of thing. I don't know why that's coming back up, but okay. I will say it. Back to advice. Advice for Taurus, please. Is there any advice we have for Taurus? Okay, one more. Advice for Taurus, please. No. One card. Okay. All right. I feel like things are well for you. I'm gonna have to go back and I should be taking pictures of each results spread for each sign, because I don't know how many times the star card comes up. It's a lot. Hope and healing is the main points that the star represents. But before we get to that, the card that came out before it was the Six of Wands, which is victory. Like I said, we have this humble offering that leads to a plan. And this plan is about fairness. It's either how to be more fair, how to achieve more fairness, how to encourage others to be more fair, or to receive something that is more just in your, in your life, that is more balanced. For an example, this may not be your situation, a job kind of situation where, somebody's coming in that's saying, we can't pay you that much, but, this is what we can pay you. Please accept it. And then you accept it, but there's a plan in place that kind of brings you more money, that brings you what you deserve for the hard work that you're putting in. Or for the person who's putting in the work that's making the offer, okay? Watch that. Everything kind of comes back around. Okay, so Six of Wands is victory. Again, victory, putting in the work to achieve something. Something is achieved. It is action-based. There is an action that takes place that results in a victory. We also have the hope here, the star, keeping, an eye on hope. I love the way they're looking at each other. I always look for interactions between cards, people in the cards looking at each other. If somebody's trying to hand somebody something, that kind of thing. I just like the way they're looking at each other. Okay. Doesn't that, it just, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't come through on video, or maybe it's an intuitive thing. I just feel like there's a good, balanced kind of coupling energy. The healing can be the victory. I'm gonna move on to the next card and see if anything else, because things like to just jump out at the end about the beginning that I'd forgotten about already. Four of Cups. It's you doing the work within you to decide whether or not you want that cup. At least for this deck, that's how I read it. It's knowing yourself well enough to not just take any cup that's offered. Okay? Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay, so there's an offer. It's a humble offering. But it's you knowing yourself and knowing the situation and just knowing when an offer isn't for you. I mean, that very well, that could be the situation. The offer doesn't necessarily have to be taken in order for a plan to take place, okay, for the planning stages. This could spark an idea that results in a plan for something else. It's about knowing yourself, knowing when to accept an offer or not. A lot of people call this card, just take the damn cup. You know, like, why won't you just take the damn cup? And the answer is because I know my worth. And I know that not every offer that comes to me is for me, but will help me to see my worth clearly. And, you know, then I know which offerings to accept. So, like I said, things come in at the end that apply to the first thing. So, like, lots of circles around that. But I do feel like there is hope and healing in whatever this offering is, because I feel like we started and we're going to end the reading with referring to this offering, that knowing your worth and what's fair for you is a healing experience. Okay, right? Healing and victory are very similar emotions. They're very similar results. Healing can bring victory. Victory can bring healing. They're very interconnected. And I really feel like for you with this full moon energy, there is an offer. So maybe you were trying to manifest something. It comes to fruition, but you've done some work in the meantime. And now you know that, you know what, maybe this isn't the one that I'm, you know, maybe I still need to continue waiting. And that's your victory, is achieving that healing to know that maybe I didn't want that in the first place. You know, like sometimes, what is the thing about unanswered prayers? Like that's the gift or whatever, is not getting what you wanted, because that makes room for something else that you know that you is for you. Something's touching my arm. Anyways, so that's how I feel. That is coming across for you. This, you know, whatever is coming forward may be triggering that release, which is the healing. And then when we start the next cycle, there will be a time to maybe even put this plan into action. But right now I see you planning something that is, you know, very beginning stages as a result of some healing, which is kind of fair and balanced and knowing what you're worth. So I will leave it at that, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, if you have any questions, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'm not begging. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would love to see you again in the next video. Thank you so much and have a good day.